Alright, welcome back to the workshop. This is pretty much my first video in the workshop, first real video. So, we're going to be working on this Midland. We're going to be replacing the filter capacitors and redoing my job on one of them. I already replaced one, which got rid of most of the humming. Still a slight little hum on it though, so we're going to go ahead and replace the other. This is my replacement down here. It's a really crappy job. That's because I just really wanted to get it kind of tacked in there before I really went any further with it. So what I'm going to do is get our iron. So organized, unlike how when all this stuff is inside my room. I'm gonna plug it in. I would have music playing, but guess what? I don't want to get a copyright strike on my video, so I won't. We're waiting for that to warm up. I'll talk a little bit about this thing. This is circa 1968 to circa 1971 Midland radio. I can't really find anything about the schematic, but the build really kind of signals that era. Before the computer chips, but kind of after germanium transistors. There's still a couple germaniums in here. And what I mean by a couple is, I guess, it kind of looks like it's mostly germaniums. Let's take a little look like this. Up the tripod. So we have a germanium. Two germaniums right there next to the audio output transformer. Next we have a germanium right here. Here. And I think that's it for the germaniums. And then we have the plastic ones here, there. I'm probably missing a couple, but you know what? Not really the point right now. Anyways, this was a Hitachi built set. All the transistors are marked with the Hitachi logo on them under the number. Both the germaniums and the plastic ones. We do have a little schematic right here, but that's not really visible at all. Sorry, the lighting's kind of weird. I don't have that other lamp kind of set up in the thing. You got two tuning capacitors. One of them has a couple gang things inside of it, and then the other one just has two. What do you mean by couple? Is like 3, maybe 4. I can't really see it very well. This one's like twice the size of this one. This one is made by Panasonic, like Mitsumi or something. That one is also made by that company, which is interesting because the rest of the parts all have Hitachi logos or parts on them. Let's see if I burnt the plastic a little bit, pleather, and I tapped it on there. So let's see if we can redo these solder connections on the back. Now you got to be careful not to break the dial cord because that thing's tight. You know what? You got to get this thing better. Get the head on there better. This is the second head that this iron's gone through. This is a made in USA, made in USA WL Link, made in Kingston, North Carolina. For some reason I thought it was New Jersey. 25 watt iron. sure any North Carolina viewers from North Carolina are laughing at me. But you have complete right to. That was a pretty silly mistake. Alright, let's get this thing down in there a bit better. There we go. That looks good. Actually, no, it doesn't look good. We've got a soldering connection loose. Let's use some of the existing solder since there's quite a bit of it on there. Just get that tacked down. There we go. That looks a bit better. Next, we got a 10 volt 470 UF. I'm gonna go look at my drawer of capacitors. Try to find one. Oh, that's a dead capacitor. That shouldn't be in there. 6.3 volt. There's a 10 at 1000. 220 at 10. 100 at 10. You know what? These capacitors are cheap. I think we can just use a 1000 at 10. I don't think we have to really worry about wasting a cap. Oh, there's a 470 at 16. You know what? I think that this 1000 at 10 should be just fine. Camera's been at 0 battery level thing since we started this video. I think the battery meter's a little bit broken though. So here's our other big chunky capacitor. Now it looks like we got one more in there. That's perfectly fine though. I have like 30 small value capacitors. Small value is in small voltage. They all seem to have a lot of storage in them, the bunch of microfarads. Okay, now that side, the little side, is going to be negative. We're gonna have to guess this one. Or not. This capacitor is a lot smaller in size than the old one, so this circuit should be a little bit less chunky. You just gotta keep on checking to see if the camera's still alive, since I don't know if 0 bars of battery is real or fake. Looks like we're gonna need some solder for this. I have it handy right there. I use leadless solder with 2% flux. Anybody know what that means? What kind of solder that is? Is AG... I think AG is gold, but I don't think that that means gold. Maybe it does. I got gold solder. It's a good, it's a really good, it'd make good solder since it's a really good conductor. I think AU is silver. Crap, I put that all on the iron. Oh well. Ever dripped a blob of solder on your bare skin leg? I haven't. Not yet, at least. I really shouldn't be doing this in shorts. That is not a good idea. Just thought about that when that went onto the solder. Maybe you can get that cool smoke effect. Alright, let's see if that's good. Sloppy but tacked in. You know, as long as it works, I think it'll do. That's annoying me. That's also annoying me. There we go. That's the squelch thing. Still a little bit scratchy. This is tone, which is the least which isn't scratchy, and then this is volume, which is the least scratchy. They were all very scratchy. In fact, the volume one barely worked. There's only one spot where it worked. So I'm glad this was sold as broken. Let's get our little wire cutters. Those look too big, so let's get a size smaller. Just like me. Now let's get in there and cut off our pieces. Don't pull on it, because then that will break the connection. Okay, everything looks good and reliable on those two. Time to get this last one out. That looks like it will be pretty simple. That doesn't look like it'll take a lot. Yep. Another easy capacitor. Looks like the near side is negative. These are all polarized caps. I've never worked with unpolarized capacitors. Not sure how they work. Okay, we got that one undone. Now these are all Cathay company capacitors, or Cathay. C-A-T-H-A-Y. Cathay? I don't know. You have to have a southern accent to say the name Cathay. Oops, I just kicked you guys again. I'm sorry. Hopefully this is all turning out pretty well. I haven't been looking at the camera too much, but I've been checking to see if it's shut off or not. That's another bad capacitor. Why is that in here? I have a different drawer for bad caps. Bad caps in all caps. If you've gotten to this point in the video, through all my boring talking, comment bad caps. I forgot what I said. Anyways, what I just said, like, I forgot what it was. But just do it, okay? Then I'll know who the real viewers are. 16 at 470. We'll use this 10 at 1000 again. You know what? Yeah, type bad caps in all caps. Okay? If you've gotten to this point in the video, then I know who likes to hear me talk. Isn't that the point of YouTube? I think what I said was bad caps in all caps. But anyways, just type bad caps in all caps. Whether you type it in all capital letters, cap locks on, or else type the physical words all caps. It don't matter to me. Oof, now I can't get a good reliable connection on this. If you had YouTube way back when, so then I could watch YouTube videos like this, but with professionals actually doing it instead of a kid doing it. Come on. Looks like we're gonna have to make a little clearing or else get a different capacitor. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, that lead's bent. That's why. Okay. Here we go. Negative on the near side. We're gonna have to get up under this. I ever tell you one time in 4th grade, our school used to do this thing where the 4th graders would go down to the pre-Kers, because we also had a pre-K in my elementary school, and we'd have to go down there and like help them and stuff. And I one time told one of the pre-K kids that I was a famous YouTuber with 1 million subs. Wasn't that just hilarious? I wasn't being serious either. I wasn't being serious. It wasn't like me like lying to them, even though I was. It wasn't like me purposely, like, I want this kid to really believe me. I forgot if I cleared it up with him or not. The kid was like, who is he? That was an epic prank. We got one side. We got the positive side cleared down nicely. Oops. Now I don't do the best soldering job, because you know what I do? I put the solder on the iron and put the iron down on the spot. No, that's not the way that you actually are supposed to do it, but you know what? It works. And that's the way that I self-taught myself. Three capacitors out of 3. Alright. Let's try this out. What did I put there? 25 volt at 1000 UF capacitor down for a replacement for, I think, what was a 4? Good. That connection seems to be good. That one seems to be good, and we already know that one's good. So, let's put this back together. Let's see if we get hum. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, this is Shango 66, and you should be watching this on the Shango 66 YouTube channel. Just kidding. I'm not Shango 66. Did I fool you? I'm guessing I did. Why won't this go back in? Crap. You know, I'll worry about the camera for now. It's the other way around. Camera's still at 0% battery, and this video is about at 20 minutes. Seems about the lifespan of one of my longer videos that I throw out there. This is gonna be a real repair on camera thing where I just run the camera while I run my mouth and fix vintage electronic to make work again. Let's unplug my soldering iron since we don't exactly need that currently. Let's put it over there where it won't burn me. Because that hurts, and I know that as a fact. So there's our 3 filter cap replacements right there. And we got the 2 caps over here that we replaced. along with the one that I replaced earlier, which is also in the bad cap bin. Come on. Oh, it's in. Okay. Alright, let's get some knobs on this beach and plug it in and test it out. I remember when I thought a simple liner cord replacement was to just take the cut off end of the cord and then just cut another cord and not separate the two positive and negative leads. Boy, am I glad my grandpa corrected me before I did that. Otherwise, I would probably not have a garage anymore. Smoke test. I do not hear any hum. The volume all the way down. That's bright, and I'm sorry.
Or online at WillysRV.org.
The squelch control is still pretty noisy. So is the tone control, but come on. Have you got anything on CB? How about AM? Okay, let's get this unplugged and let's put it all back together since it seems to be working. I already know that this video is probably going to be in multiple segments, which means that I'll probably have to run it through my editing machine. Yes, the ancient one all of you love. Okay, now get these off, because somehow I guess this got pressed down. It's like changing a hubcap as cloth and paper flies everywhere. And a knob, which, oh, I see, it's all the way across the room. Not all the way across the room. It smells wet down here. That's not good. It smells like macaroni that's wet. Wet noodle. Ha ha. Hee hee ha ha. Middle school humor. Middle school humor by a high schooler. Okay. Let's get our screws back in. What was that? Me and the boys in 4th grade were pretty much like Beavis and Butthead. I'm telling you, for real. Yes, I'm just talking to talk over the voices that you hear. So I'm gonna be just talking or walking, I don't even know. I should get a door down here. almost put up a recording light. I don't mean a filming light, I mean like a light that says recording in progress. Maybe I can get a little on-air sign they had in those radio and television broadcast things. Alright, you know what? That'll be functional. We're gonna do a little AM band scan for y'all. Go down south much, y'all. That's mean, I'm sorry. AM. Open up the microphone a little bit more.
River now
It's at maximum volume. It's a pretty quiet radio. Let's go on to airwaves, police band, weather band. For some reason I used to get FM action at 174. I get FM action at 108 because 108 is also in the FM band. Where is it? Up there. Oh, I should really get an antenna on this. This video will probably be uploaded at like what, 2 a.m. But it's being filmed. Currently the time is 8:55.31. 31 is in 31 seconds. Alright. This is the antenna that I typically use for this radio. It's basically a long wire, but it's not really long. It's probably the amount of wiring is probably like 15 feet, if that. Ouch! My soldering iron, dang it. It wasn't very hot, but I'd say it was about 120, so it startled me a little bit. 120 Fahrenheit, not Celsius. It's only about 25% of my viewers are from the United States, which I find hard to believe. Y'all are lying just like me. It says that I live in Canada. Guess what? I'm a common dummy thick Wisconsin boy, though. There's weather band. Some microphones on these things. We are now an aircraft band. There's 108. I still get some action on aircraft, and you can still get a lot of action on that. Not sure if it's still aircraft though. I've got a better antenna set up now. It was just lying back there. Not anymore. There's some stuff right in there. It's far away. Police band sounds like digital television though. There's one station that's like one of those things. It sounds like some kind of digital thing. It sounds like a dial-up modem actually. Alright, I think that should conclude a video. Successfully replaced a couple filter capacitors in there. Thank you for watching if you have made it this far. Yeah, and that's another radio down. I just got like 25 more to go to fix. And then I will have a very complete radio collection that everything works with. Got some rarities in there. That record player over there that you see. That record player, I can't find a single picture or document on that. Same with this thing. This thing's rare. You can't find a single document or picture of one of these things on Google Images. Whenever I search up Midland multiband radio, I never get this specific model. Radio band doesn't have it, or radio band. Radio Museum doesn't have this model. Same with that Coronado over there, made by, what was that company? It was like Warwick Trumbauer? Is that who made that? I'm not sure. But I think Coronado was Ben Franklin's house brand. Remember those? Yeah, I can't find a single thing on that. Documentation on that thing. That's the only one that's currently on the internet that's easy to find. It's mine. Thank you for watching. Appreciate your views. That's my new thing instead of like, comment, subscribe, guys. I appreciate your views. Alright. I think I should conclude the video as a 2-minute outro. Thank you.
I'll bet you never guess who found the voiceover stuff on his editing studio.